Hi, this is Lori from Coast to Coast Cards. Thanks for coming to my channel today. This is my first YouTube video, so it's going to be really short. I took an A2 panel of In the Navy cardstock by Gina K, and I cut it to 2.5 by 5.5 inches because I'm going to make a tag. I love Gina K's cardstock because it's so durable and the colors are beautiful. I have my MISTI all set up here with stamps from Stamp Set Spaced Out by Brutus Monroe, which is new for February. There's some really cute images, and I've used those in other projects. Today I'm using the Spaceman and the Sentiment Explore Life, which I think is amazing advice. And I'm going to white heat emboss this. So I'm going to use white pigment ink instead of clear embossing ink. I think when you use white pigment ink with white embossing powder, you get brighter white than if you used clear embossing ink. It's just my opinion. So that's what I'm doing here. This is Hero Arts Unicorn White pigment ink. And I really like the bright white on top of the dark cardstock. I think it's pretty dramatic and gives a lot of interest. Now I'm going to use Alabaster White embossing ink powder, which is my favorite white embossing powder. I have a tray here that I can pour the embossing powder over your project, and then the end of it has a funnel, and you can funnel things back in to your container. I was lucky I didn't use a anti-static powder tool with this, which I should have, and luckily I didn't get any strays. Other mistake I made here was I almost dumped my embossing powder and embossed it onto my work surface, but crisis averted. Now I'm going to do another thing that you shouldn't do, and that's hold your product in your hand while you're heat embossing. You should use tweezers or a clothespin, or just put it down on your work surface. But here I am doing that, almost burning my thumb. But it reveals bright white image on the dark navy cardstock. I think this little space guy is so cute, and his balloon is actually a planet, which on another tag I colored, but this one I just left it navy and white. Now I'm going to take We Are Memory Keepers punch for tags. You can use 1.5, 2, and 2.5 inch wide pieces of cardstock, and it'll turn it into a tag. Now for interest, I'm going to use a stencil and lunar paste to add stars. I'm going to be using Shooting Stars Mixed Media Stencil from Brutus Monroe. And the lunar paste is by Simon Hurley. It's slippery when wet. That's my favorite lunar paste. It is bright and bold and works really well on dark cardstock. And you can see me moving my stencil around trying to find just the right area to put the paste on. I love lunar paste. It is thick but creamy. It's almost like mayonnaise consistency, and it dries really quickly, maybe 10-20 minutes at the most. It depends on how thick you put it, though. If you do thicker, obviously it's going to take longer to dry. I couldn't quite get the consistency I wanted here. I had to play with it a little bit. I didn't want it too thick or too thin, but I did want good coverage. I struggled a little on the larger images of the stars, but I finally got it sorted out. Now, when you're done with paste, make sure that you take your product, close it right away, and so it doesn't dry out. Also, you want to take your utensils, your stencil, and your spatula and put them in warm water like I'm going to do here. You don't want this paste drying on your project. And here's peel and reveal. And here is my tag. I'm going to add a tassel later when it dries, and I'm going to give this as a bookmark to my granddaughter. Thanks for visiting, and see you again soon.